Hello and welcome back to Rimworld. We are continuing not where we left off, but actually quite a bit of a leap ahead. Went ahead and played the game quite a bit more, and managed to unlock the two extra advanced so the advanced entities. So we got Blood Rain and I think the Corrupted Obelisk. So we are now ready to move on to the last phase. Well, as ready as we're going to get anyway. We've fallen a little bit behind on plasteel, so I might really quick just make a run on the world here and try to gather up some of these plasteel areas. Maybe I'll do that first and then we'll go do something. But a lot did happen in between episodes. Nothing like substantial at this stage of the game, but definitely things. I could talk through some of it, hopefully. So we did manage to, I don't even know who has mining skills anymore. I think it might be mostly my sidecasters, so I'll just send a bunch of them out. Hopefully that'll, I do still have, I did name some people Caravan, so that should be good. Getting distracted. Let's just bring all these elephants. We do have breeding thrumbos, so I don't remember if I had that when I left off, but we have breeding thrumbos. So that's good. Bring some extra supplies here. I don't want to take all the lavish meals. Let's take the packaged survival meals and maybe some of the simple meals. I don't want to take all of any one of these just because I know that ends up causing the caravans to get all jacked up, and I do not want to deal with that if I don't have to. Take all the bedrolls. It's only 0.5 days or whatever, so, or 0.9 days. Okay, so anyway, that caravan's gonna form and they're gonna go out and about. We did manage to resurrect 2 of our people. This is one of our people. We had more die, unfortunately, but the 2 people that were in here, Hull and Lynn, were resurrected, and Hull, unfortunately, got resurrection sickness or psychosis, and I was not able to cure it in time. So I had to chop his head off and freeze him down here, and we'll give it another shot should we get some more resurrection serum. Aside from that, I've just been fighting off some caravans, trying to keep up. I built another rice farm here. Keep up because we got a couple extra people. I didn't really do anything outside of that, aside from just trying to harvest some plasteel that is on the map. We are trying to keep up with the food demand. It looks like we consumed most of, or all of the meat, but we are also at a point where we are consuming all of the rice, so really doesn't matter. It's going a little bit sluggish. Let's clean the storeroom here real quick. It's better now that it's sterile tile, but there's moments where I have to kind of force that to happen. Hopefully the caravan's heading out. Everything's running a little bit sluggish now, just because there's a lot of latency with all of these people on the map and all of these corpses. The hope is that at some point they'll all disappear, it'll rain, and flush out a bunch of this stuff. We really do need to destroy those supplies. I don't remember if last time I had built the crematorium, but that's been super helpful in getting rid of all this painted clothing, just to get rid of it as fast as possible. We can't possibly keep up with all the demand here. There certainly are a lot of corsets on the ground that we need to eventually ship off and do something with. We do Physink can go into these transport pods and launch and recall back. with using, well, when he has enough psi focus, recall back with far skip. So we've been doing a little bit of that for the caravans. Might have to kind of get back to that. I made a new area just called Toxic because there's toxic fallout, and it's a roofed area. I just have everybody kind of crammed in here. That way they're not roaming around and just making a bigger mess than already exists here. We did get a couple duplicates, so we got Duplo and Dupligem. So Duplo is a duplicate of Muffalo, which was our melee custom Xeno gene. So pretty strong melee, very fast. And then Dupligem is just a copy of Gem. And I didn't do any of those deliberately. They just kind of happened as they were researching this corrupted obelisk. So we did get rid of some of this waste. We still have a lot more to go, but I did also load a lot of, well, I loaded some bioferrite in this for now just because I got to get rid of it, but this was just getting too full of bioferrite. But I did load up some of these toxic waste packs and launch them over here to get this tribe to come attack me so that I can get some human leather. And that worked pretty well overall. All right, we're going to ignore that. Hopefully our caravan can actually make it off the map. Like, that'd be nice if that could happen. I'm a little worried about them never properly forming. I think we still need stuff. I don't know what we need, but something is needed. Ashworth's still crumbled mine. I don't think there's a way to cure that aside from maybe... I think if they die and you remove the skull and then resurrect them with the serum, that theoretically you could get rid of crumbled mine. But outside of that, I don't think it's a curable thing. I don't know, Luciferium would cure it, but it says incurable, but you know, that's kind of air quotes. I feel like there's always a way to manipulate a system in this game. A lot of psychic harmonizers. We do have to sell some of this stuff at some point. I did free up some space by selling a bunch of random livers and lungs that we removed from people as we were replacing them with the bionic ones. Okay, well, we clearly have animals that are ready to go. Hopefully everybody gets out. I'm kind of running out of people to convert to Psycasters, which is a good problem to have. I have a lot of Psycasters, but I suppose I could always look for more. Right, hopefully our caravan leaves. I don't want to send another caravan until this caravan goes. Alright, what's the hold up here? I don't like that these people are missing armor, but really have no choice here. Let's haul these armors just so that people equip them. Alright, Dark Vision's Jaguar. Was Jaguar in the caravan? Let's take a look. You were not. Okay. That shouldn't impact the forming of the caravan. Right, what exactly are we doing? Alright, let me select everyone that I think is in the caravan. I can't tell if that's a tail or if they're in the caravan. The icons are so tiny at this point because there's so many people. Let's just get everybody up here. Is Antelope incapable of violence? No, we just don't have a weapon. Well, that's probably not a great idea to send a caravan out without a weapon. Alright. Alright, Tasca and Mole, you can... What are we doing? Can we please leave? I feel like we gotta start removing people from the caravan, because this is never gonna... It's been 2 days and they have not left yet. Alright, what's going on with the caravan? Too many colonists in the caravan, I think. Are you guys able to leave? No? Still don't have enough people? Well, now we're probably gonna have to wait till morning. I mean, we are getting some plasteel out of these mines that we have here. So we're not without anything. Poor animals are going to starve to death before we even get off the map. Right. You don't even have good mining skill. There's no point in taking you. 2 of you also don't have good mining skill. You don't have good mining skill. You do. You can't even mine. Alright, we're just removing a bunch of people that have no mining skill from the caravan. And hopefully we'll get off the map a little quicker. There they go. I think they're finally leaving. Yeah, I just think when you get caravans that are that large, they just... None of them are ever all simultaneously available to leave the map. So they just fail to do it. Which is kind of one of the downsides. Let's see what else while that's happening. Is there anybody that's ready to trade? Because we have corsets to trade. Many, many corsets. I don't think there's a single person that's ready to trade. You're kind of far, but we could trade with you. As long as Fizzink goes with, we actually should be fine. Well, okay, his sidecast is back up. So we are okay there. Let's load this. Then Fizzink. And we are going to need some animals. So let's send an elephant. Two elephants takes up too much space. Alright, we're going to send some of these random leathers off just to get rid of them. And then we can also send a bunch of corsets. I don't think we need 64. We'll never sell them all. Let's go for 30. I think that's more than enough. That's a very reasonable amount. Probably shouldn't have split them over 5, but yeah, it's just steel. All right, wildlife. We definitely need to harvest some meat. Let's go ahead and do that. We got plenty of human meat to make kibble, and we're definitely keeping that. Well, we're using all the rice up making all this kibble, which is fine. But at some point, we need to restock all this packaged survival meal we just got rid of. All right, we need to get enough kibble to bring over here because these animals are going to start starving. You won't do hauling. You will. Get them to haul kibble. As long as some of it ends up over here, we could be okay. My goal here is to get everybody in armor, because we used up so much of the material. I really just need to get a bunch of plasteel so that we can keep up with the armor demands. Alright, first plasteel lump. That mined out. Even the ones that aren't capable of mining, we're still gonna put them to work. Actually, that might be bad, because they'll be wasting a bunch of time mining. And then nobody else can mine it faster. Field user has ranged weapon. Well, I should have realized that. That's alright. Alright, did these animals get fed? At least some of them did. That guy did not. He's gonna be pretty hungry. Alright, transport pod loading is complete. We're gonna launch ourselves to here. Gonna visit. That got rid of barely anything, it looks like. Right, let's go ahead and trade. Alright, with any luck, we'll get reimplanter. Ah. An excellent mono sword. I don't feel like we had any of those. Maybe 30 wasn't enough. Get all the plasteel we can. Advanced components. They only have one. Had a fair amount of regular components, though. Alright, let's first get back home. There we go. A little bit of extra plasteel. Alright, we got food over here, which means all these should have been fed at least a little bit. Did we not mine anything yet? You have mining on, right? Yeah. Right, who are the ones that don't do mining? Mai and Buffalo. Buffalo's actually really... Do we have a cook? Kind of? Alright, you'll do plant cutting. Or somebody else will. Alright, let's go toe-to-toe with this Mega Sloth and see who wins. I have a feeling it'll be me. Yeah, we haven't taken any hits yet, really. 20 wood, so we need more wood chopped. Oh, that's not what I meant. Alright, they're going to get some more food. There we go. Finally got some mining going. I do feel like we need to cook a simple meal. Churn out as much of that as we can. Why are none of these other people... Oh, because they're all like doing sci-focus stuff right now. Based on their schedule. Well, the sooner we get this mined, the sooner we can leave. Alright, they're not too happy, but that's okay. Let's go ahead and reform the caravan. Let's go to the further one, and then we'll circle back. Definitely bring in the simple meal and the Mega Sloth meat. Can't forget the plasteel. Don't really care about the heavy fur. Is the right arm cut off? Or she? do we have to... unwavering loyalty. So we got to do the brainwipe ceremony. All right, we got a good total quality. Good as it gets anyway. All right, let's go back to our caravan here. We need to get back to cooking and mining. So let's get everybody back over there. We'll chop some wood down, build another fire. Hey, bulk goods. That's always awesome. Let's get Thorn over there. We could buy all these yaks just to get the meat from them. Also buy all this corn. Still feel like we have a lot of Thrumbo fur. I don't want to sell all of it, but maybe we could sell, I don't know, 500 of it. Probably a little too much Psychite tea as well. Sell about 100 of that. Buy all the plasteel we can. Could definitely sell all this garbage. That actually takes us pretty close to maxed out there. I don't think there's anything else I need from them. Yeah, let's just do that. And then I do want to sacrifice those animals before I forget. So let's just do that right now. Make sure we got all the right ones. We do. All right, let's harvest this cactus and this cactus, and then somebody's got to build this. How are we missing raw food? Don't the elephants have it? Did they eat it? Crazy. No, it's right here. All right, people are carrying it. All right, Buffalo, you get to cook in, and then we're gonna take off. All right, we get this last one, and I mean, technically, there's two more or one more after this, but let's just be done now. We got unhappy people. They're sleeping. It's kind of a mess. All right, get that plasteel. Get that simple meal. We'll leave the mega sloth meat. We don't need any more. We still got 10 days of supplies. We're fine. All right, send them on their way to the next one. Eventually, we'll make it back. We do have far skip, so we can theoretically, after we're done harvesting all this stuff, as long as their psi holds out, psi focus, we could skip back. Ooh, it's kind of a interesting fire. All right, Krauka is wiped. We can then work on recruiting. Combat suppliers, I feel like these never have anything worth buying or selling, but we'll look into it. All right, looks like we're stocked up a little bit on food for a while. This is the bulk goods trader again. Oh, is the combat supplier caravan? No. Oh, I just selected the wrong one. I kept the smoke launcher from the very beginning of the game, thinking we might use it at some point, and we never did. Alright, so even this meditation out in the wild is recovering some psi focus. That's good. All right, we are churning out lavish meals. We got a lot of meat to work with here. That corn really came in handy. All right, I feel like we are all kind of hustling now, making progress on this armor. Great. All right, we're on the last piece here. All right, we used up 2 days of supply doing that. All right, we got some angry bugs. I don't think you need all those people. Let's just bring like half of them. See what I mean by a lot of sidecasters? That's a lot of abilities. All right, perfect. There we go. Orders. Allow all. And then let's get everybody undrafted. Good to go. You guys are walking. I think we can get this one, maybe that one. Might be teleporting back by then, we'll see. Ambushed by rats. All right. That was easy enough. The farming work site, but they're a faction that we're not allied with, but we're friendly with. Alright, let's try to just get this done and get off the map. Alright, we're good. Head down there. And then once we get back to camp, we'll be golden. Yeah, we could fit one more. Looks like this is starting to stock up a bit. Everybody's running. I guess a shotgun getting fired off in your living quarters in the middle of the night would kind of make you panic, run away. Alright, we are almost done here, and then we can far skip back home. Apparently, I did not do a good job cooking. Alright, 2,500 plasteel. That is a very good start. Far skip back home. We get everybody back where they need to be. Off draft. Alright, we need to change your... Well, we can't right now because you're at a party insulting everyone. Man, what is your issue? We need to install a left eye. Alright, we can get you out of that. Crash. Well, maybe not. Your sight focus is too weakened. Your guys isn't. Yeah, there we go. The stinking social fights again. Stop beating each other up, man. You guys are friends. Well, maybe not. Alright, so he's perfectly fine. He just needs more time to recover all the way. Forgot I renamed the colonist to Kill Me. It just says, my friend Kill Me lost. Alright, so we have enough plasteel to get by for hopefully a while. It's a matter of actually crafting the armor now. So May does not have armor yet. We gotta wait for that armor. It is under construction as we speak. We speed that up at all? No? Most of this is gold and jade, not plasteel. Let's put it here just to get rid of that stuff. We have a good monosword rotting outside. That's not the greatest. All right, what's going on with you? Hex and Arcadius. You need go juice. You need psychite tea. That'll make you guys happy. Oh, that toxic buildup's from being off the map. We still have not fully unloaded this. Still got some plasteel on these guys. Alright, looks like we managed to do some open heart surgery on X and save him. So that we can just sap more life from him down the road. Seems like the right thing to do. Okay, I have multiple cataphract armors being worked on right now. Alright, May's finally equipping some armor. And then all we got left is zinc, and then we can progress. We're still going to need to craft more to keep up with the demand, but at least everybody will be wearing armor. So in case we got to get in a fight. They seem to be relatively positive on plasteel, so that's good. Pop that production command, try to knock out what we can here. Alright. Zinc is officially armored up. Everybody has armor. Go ahead and make it. We'll have gem. Maybe? What's she busy doing? Oh, sleeping. Overrated. Come on over here. Alright, the monolith awakening is happening. There we go. I'm a little concerned about it being like in our base. Twisted structure. Activate. Oh, there's a bunch of metal horrors guarding them. I think we are going to have to stay in the base at this point. Let's go ahead and keep... Yeah, Husky's already in base. Guys in the base. Flesh piece tunneling. Tunneling towards you. I mean... Fine. Oh, we gotta run around and fill them in. Well, they should all swing around here and come over in this direction. Let's make our way out here. Probably should have done this a little sooner, but at least everybody was, for the most part, sleeping, so they're all in a similar spot. We're definitely have to pull more people forward. Gonna get a little bit messy. Come on over here. We do have our melee characters. Get them spread out a little bit. People are gonna have to bandage up after this. Should be fairly painless, but still. Some damage taken for sure. Okay, everybody is good. Let's get everybody back inside. We probably should do some filling in of these holes. So let's temporarily allow everybody unrestricted. Okay, so I can't command people to do it, but I can just have them do it. All right, let's just highlight the whole map. Fill in. Should do the trick. We probably should, well, let's let them get some healing in. And then we'll run down here and take that out. And then we'll let them run around and close the holes. They'll just have some entities roaming the map. Nothing too crazy. All right, for the most part, almost everybody's bandaged up. A couple little hits. Game's getting a little laggy. All right, that's probably good enough for now. So let's get everybody down here, where we can pop out and go directly after these metal horrors. You probably want to wait, because when you get over there, you're gonna get them to come after you. All right, let's run out. Gonna trigger them to attack me, I'm sure. Get as many people up here as possible. Get that melee character range. Okay, so that's done. Go activate that, and then somebody else can run down here and go after this stuff. I thought I sent Gem. I must have accidentally clicked on her. You below, get up there. Ah, some stuns. Not bad. I didn't realize they get stunned by the pulsers. They are fairly powerful. And they definitely took some good hits. I don't really need all this bioferrite, but I will take the shards. We did craft some of these flares just so that we can get flares going. Let's go ahead and undo this so that they can start digging the holes. Oh, never mind. I think we got some baddies coming in. We are not going to have time for that. Nobody's coming over here, which is good. Definitely worried about quantity of people's here. Dimming sky. Yeah, that's not good. Entity attack. This is a little bit problematic. Noctils. I don't think I fought these yet. Go attack this guy. Oh. Well, we got some coming after me. Let's see how well this goes. Probably not very. Okay. Not as bad as I thought, although these guys, I don't think they're gonna come back out. Alright, let's rescue Woolway. He can't attack anyway, so he's not that big of a deal. This is gonna be problematic. Alright, get the melee characters up front. Alright, so far so good. Seem to be holding them at bay. Plate Stealer. Okay. Kind of the least of my worries right now. Somebody's got one of those packs, right? Throw one of those over here. There we go, we stunned them. Alright, they keep attacking my melee characters. Okay, I think... I'm not gonna say we're good, but we're... maybe able to go inside now? Go after these guys that are in here? Alright, do we not have a skip on this guy? Apparently not. Maybe we can get Lady over there. Go attack that Noctil. Maybe we'll skip ourselves. It's just close enough. Go. Oh, we got some side stealers here. Alright. Is that all the bad guys that are out and about? I mean, not quite, but for the most part. Let's come down here, take this guy out. Where are these guys going? You're going to meditate? Alright, we got more void structures joining. More bad guys roaming around outside. Yeah, I think we need to keep everybody in the base. There's too many enemies roaming around outside and it's becoming problematic. We gotta heal up and everything. Let's get everybody indoors. Alright, we're getting some rest. We're getting some recreation in there, some food. Much needed. We're gonna start taking off that masterwork armor. That's gonna be problematic. Yeah, Darcy already took off his armor. Well, at least we have a couple pieces. What happened to the power? Is it because it's nighttime now? Unnatural darkness. So this isn't, the solar generators aren't working anymore. We need to ramp up chem fuel production. Could also build a ship reactor. Not gonna be too happy, but we gotta do something about the power. I didn't think about the solar not working. Uh-oh, entity liberator, that's a problem. Okay, he's knocked out. I think we could toggle power off on these units. I don't think we're going to be using them anytime in the immediate future. Save up a little bit of power if we can. More important that we keep our food going. Oh, good time to join us. Grab a weapon and hop in. Gonna get messy. You know, this is the last thing we're doing as well, so theoretically, I could put the Thrumbos and Elephants to work and have them actually defend me. I hope this gets built pretty quickly. Oh, something's attacking something. Alright, we got enemies over here. Let's run in there and attack them real quick. Alright, Shizuka can equip a weapon, so we probably should. Alright, we got a problem. If we can't get these advanced components done, can't craft them, and we don't have enough of them. We do have enough of them. Right, you need to get this done then. like pronto. Alright, Nichols, you gotta start over here. Actually, let's expand to allow this as base. And then let's clear that because we don't want that to be. We don't want them walking outside for that. Alright, this is gonna take a little while to build, but hopefully it'll help resolve our power issues. I could do a bioferrite generator as well. Put a couple of those up in the corner. I have a ton of bioferrite, so that would not be a bad thing. And it doesn't need any special components, so good all the way around, I think. Alright, we got an enemy entering. What are you doing? None of that is considered base. But why are you going over there? Alright, we got this built. The biggest issue is all the plants dying. That's got to stop. Alright, people are loading these bioferrite generators. They generate how much? $4,000. Holy cow. Alright, well, not bad. Alright, this is where things are gonna get scary. Alright, so we need electricity. Because without the light, we got problems. Right, we're gonna have to build something there. Something's gonna have to get built over here. Alright, we're gonna build some stuff there. Somebody has to have one of those packs. Does anybody have one of those packs? I gotta throw he's got to be able to at least complete that thing. Let's look and check people's inventory because I know I told them to equip them. Does anybody have solar pinhole? That would work too. Somebody's got to have solar pinhole. Apparently not. I don't know how I can play this whole game and never get solar pinhole on any Psycaster. That's crazy to me. Right, who has one of those flares? That's what I need to find. Alright, Zcam, Thorn, Nana, Moss, Sam, Carrie. Carrie, you're right here. Get you over here. Deploy a flare. Right, where's Shizuka? We have to finish this power thing. I didn't mean to stun the animals. Alright, so we got another structure. Another 3 structures. Alright, so we're gonna have to carefully work our way out there with the flares after we get our power situation sorted. Wait. That only outputs 1,000 power. That's like nothing compared to what we need. Alright, we can turn this stuff off. Just conserve as much power as possible. Alright, we got some grid excess. Things are starting to power back up. Alright, we're gonna need to go out there and build some of this stuff. So let's turn off. I'm a little nervous about turning off any of this, but get construction, maybe Hillary? We'll get everybody to go on attack. Come over here. Where is Hillary? Actually, Nichols, you don't need to do this. And Wool. Oh, he's already down. Right, nose call. What's your deal? Guess you'll grab EMP grenades. Right, Hillary needs to work on this floodlight while everybody gets injured. So Hillary rebuild the floodlight behind us, and then we can slowly work our way backwards. This is going to be a little unfortunate, but we should be able to shoot him. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's throw little bits of floodlight, or little bits of light out as we progress along here. These guys up here. We know these guys get stunned. Hitomi? Friendly fire. Hitomi, man. What the heck? That is not good. I mean, she wasn't the best, but they were around for a while. Makes me feel bad. Alright, go activate this. Alright, who else got flares? We need to throw another flare over here. Buffalo do the work that do. And then we can work our way up here while that happens, and then we're not too far away from that. So let's just keep on keeping on. What's attacking this guy? Oh, there is actually somebody attacking. Alright, Fizzing's getting beat up a little bit. Hopefully we can hold out okay. Keep throwing these flares. Try to space them out a little bit. Alright, got all the melee guys up front. Darcy keeps getting shot in the back. Alright, who's got a decent intellect? We can send them in. There you go, Darcy. I know you're injured, but you'll have to sort it out. Right, that is activated. Let's run up here with this guy. Entity attack. Alright, well. Maybe let's fall back for a minute. Hillary's sleeping, but we need these lights. Alright, lady's gotta skip. Way too wounded for this. Matter of fact, she's so wounded, I don't know if I even want her. We're gonna need to do some resting, I think, after this. Krauka, you are getting clobbered over there, my man. Well, not man, but you know what I mean. Sam, you are the last one. Get you out of there. Darcy over there. Krauka's actually in more danger over there now. Alright, Pansy, get your ghoul attack. Get you up there. Buffalo, get over here. Alright, we got some light shit on the situation. I think that's the majority of them. Get everybody back to base. Let's draft and then get out of there. Up, site stealer. Never mind. Let's stick around and attack. Make sure all these site stealers get wiped out. No, don't remove your armor now. I don't know if we have enough spare. We don't. Alright, let me go to assignment here. Hero policy, warm. We're gonna let that go down to like 5% hit points. We just don't have the capacity to repair right now. Well, these flares really came in handy. Alright, we definitely got some craziness going on here. Once everybody's rested up, we're gonna have to go back out there and go after this thing. There is a bunch of wild elephants on the map. I'm wondering if I could use the psychic animal pulsar and try to get them to attack the entity. Let's try. Oh, dang it. I made these guys go nuts too. There, put a bionic arm on that. Be good to go. Alright, you know what we should do is shut this door so they don't come inside. He can't walk? What happened to him? Oh, mangled brain scar. Bummer. Alright, let's go shut this door. So it looks like they're going after these guys, but not the metal horrors. You know, I wonder if I could try to get these guys come out a little bit if I attack them with the whatchamacallits. Like a ranged attack. Well, it's all very dirty. We gotta clean the room. Oh. They did end up attacking. Alright. I think we're good enough to go back out here. At least the vast majority of us. You don't need to come out. Alright. Got some upset metal horrors. There are more coming down. So the elephants ticked them off. But that's fine. Right, is anybody missing weapons coming out? I don't think so. We have anybody that needs more healing? I don't think we're okay. Right, Antelope, you need to get out of here. You cannot be running around without any armor on. Just stupid. Lady, you're okay, but you're like very slow for some reason. Oh, because your spine is injured? That would explain it. That'll do it. Alright, well, let's work our way up here. Looks like we got new packs. We'll try to time this so that we get them researched right around the same time. So I don't have to deal with two separate things. Alright, one can throw there, the other can throw up here. I totally didn't see that it's actually over this way. That's alright. Alright, who's gonna be my guy that hangs back? You will? I'm really glad I crafted these flares. I remember watching a playthrough and them playing a big role, I think, in this part of the game. So really, really glad I remembered that. Okay, so we're gonna activate that. We're gonna activate that. And we're gonna keep some people here. We're gonna keep some people down here. Probably keep more down there so we could run away quicker. You could just go back to base. We could probably follow the light path. But he's bleeding a little bit. Alright, so both those structures were activated. Entity attack. Alright. We got double entity attack. Nothing too crazy. A lot of gore hulks, a small amount of devourers, nothing, like I said, nothing too crazy. Did that summon more? Or is it the same amount? That's a lot of Noctols. I think we should be okay. They're staggered enough that I think it'll be okay. Might need to try to take these devourers out first. And then continue moving down here. Is there anybody that could skip? Alright, all good there. Let's get down somewhere relatively safe. This is gonna be messy. Can we Berserk Pulse them? I don't know. Let's see, Berserk Pulse. Yes, we can. All right, we can throw one of these flares to stun them. That'll buy us a little bit of time. Alright, this is problematic. Alright, let's kill these things before they kill our colonists. Oh boy, that is a lot. Can we throw another flare? Will that stun them? I don't know if it does. Let's see what happens. It did stun them. Oh goodness. That's very helpful. That ghoul frenzy going. Okay. This is messy. Is everybody doing okay, though? Sort of? Alright, we got to space them out a little bit. That's good. Okay, that should be everyone. So let's go heal, because we desperately need it. I don't even care about tattered apparel right now. I just need to survive. What is that noise? It's crazy. Alright, Krauka's waiting for some operations here. Got a fairly desperate food situation. Something is about to happen. Well, I hope we can eat. Oh boy. Apparently not. Got metal horrors going crazy. It's fully awakened. Go to the monolith and get to the other side. Alright. So, Gem, you have skip? You do. I feel like we gotta get in there before things get even more out of control. Okay, so you are okay-ish. Let's skip him out of there. Alright, we might as well get the animals over here at this point, because we got no use for them other than to have them come over here and help fight. The follow master, and then we gotta tell them to animal attack. Okay, we're good. All right, Gem is inside. Go touch that void. While everybody outside's fighting for their life. All right. So we get to choose between either embracing the void or disrupt it. I'm gonna disrupt it. Like this playthrough, we are done with the void. The void can go fly a kite. All right, there we go. Psychic flows destabilize and twist. Machinery screams. The swirling void flickers. Gem feels it shuddering, collapsing into itself. The metallic cavern begins to twist, reshaping Like the chamber of a massive heart, before Gem has a chance to scream, she blinks out of existence. Gem has rejected the void. Her story continues. Well, there we go. We have completed it. Finally. It took way, way, way too long, but we did it. Alright, so let's see what we got here at the end. Credits. Oh, now our allies come to help? Thanks, guys. Really helpful. Gem returns. Okay, I think that actually completed it. Those were the credits, so we are good. Thank you for watching. It was a fun campaign. Hopefully next time we can try something a little bit different. Anomaly is intense, especially the end of it there. That is crazy. But thank you for watching. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel to see more content in the future, and we'll catch you in the next series. Thanks for watching.